they're empty, boy. Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. I am sweating bullets. You think you're in a tough spot, huh? Of course, aren't I? No. You've just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. Up to me? The rashness of youth. How charming. It's coming from someone younger than me. Now then, let's not waste any more time, Miss Faye. What motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne? I'm trying to think. I would have said, like... Wait, it's not a profile. What do we actually have? Not the autopsy. What's the victim's note say again? Is it because she's in there? Which would mean he knew that she was alive. Wait, he would have known. Wait, whoa. Victim note. So falls, 4:30 PM at that bridge. So it's just, yeah, it says talk to Dahlia. The whole truth must come out. I guess that's it, but I don't know what exactly they're referring to. Oh, yeah, that's my only idea. The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. My bad. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia, tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth. The whole truth? There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. So it was ousting a secret. A terrific story, Miss Faye, if you like fiction, that is. We live in a world of fact, though. Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What was this secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne, and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh yeah, I know this secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. What testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago? We believe it will explain a lot of things. Such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Ah, hey. Very well. I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it will be painful for you. You can enlighten us once more. But can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf? Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge. Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. This will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. Oh! Yeah! Alright. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. Okay. The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. But we're to believe after all that she murdered her sister? Preposterous. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Faye? Yes, Your Honor? As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again. If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. We've still got that info. That's that ace up our sleeve. What info? Come on, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. That's right, it was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us that in the lobby. I like how we're having a flashback already. I'll do anything she says, anything Dahlia asks. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by... yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie too. As if all three were in on it. Yeah, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret. Okay. Right. Shoved you off the bridge. Wait, hang on. Oh. They were stood there, where there's a gap, so he couldn't have shoved her. He couldn't have shoved her off of it there. She fell off the side, because if she had fallen there, she would have fallen, and she definitely would have died. Yeah, bitch. You say that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe. But it's true. I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls. I'm sorry, I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said, that's hard to believe. I should have said, that's impossible. Impossible? I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge now and 5 years ago. Yeah, there we go. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind as you have claimed, instead of being carried away by the river, you would have gone splat. You would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference. Oh! Get owned, Edgeworth. Get owned. You're right, if the events occurred just as the witness has testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this? Oh, I wonder when she's gonna turn into her I don't give a shit stage. You see, Just a moment, Your Honor. Oh god, he's grasping at straws now. It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct? Now that you mention it, I do remember now, when I fell off the bridge. My skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires. You can't be serious. Order in the court. It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion. Not now, Mia. This is no time for retreat, or to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of the Miss Faye's assault. What? I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous! What's so impossible about it? Because of your flawed logic contradicts the court record. Yeah, she wouldn't have been able to fall over the side. Have you seen how high those wires are? Well, not wires, the ropes. It doesn't look like there's any gap between them either. Like, not a very big one. Yeah. Your Honor, all of the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there, unless you picked them up and threw them. But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. Yeah, but he didn't throw her, he pushed her. So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. That's also a good point. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm. And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him, at point-blank range. Oh! So, Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge? That is clearly impossible. Yeah, she would have just shot him. Oh! Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. Order, order. What is the meaning of this? Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally. What? What is this? What was that roar? Don Tigre? Indeed, what do you mean by such a ridiculous remark? Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide. Yeah, but it wasn't. You survived. Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river. Oh, then what was it? What was so important that she'd want to jump into the river? The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River. I'm assuming the diamond. Yeah, ransom for Dahlia. Oh, she had it on her, didn't she? Oh my god, I'd forgotten about that entirely. Yeah. 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. This item that Valerie brought up to the mountain with her. The $2 million diamond. Oh god, diamond. Ah! No. It can't be. Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million... She was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river. With the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Oh no. Oh, I hate that stance. I absolutely hate it. It's so creepy. Oh, I don't like it. Order, order, order. Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? Yes. This woman is a demon. Oh, I hate it. I really fucking don't like it. There was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. There we go. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping? Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder. What do you mean by that? On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister, Dahlia, and then she told her what she was planning to do. Planning to do? She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatch your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne. Oh god, don't. No, I don't like it. Ugh. It's so creepy. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Who is that laughing at a time like this? Oh, her I don't give a shit stance has come to fruition. Forgive me, it's just hilarious. Witness? Is that you? You amuse me, woman, Miss Mia Fey. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally. You have the evidence to back it up, don't you? The evidence? Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14 I plotted it with Mr. Falls and my sister. Well, And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that... Well, Miss Faye? I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Faye. Are you stupid or something? Wow. Total 180. How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Well, it seems that we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behaviour does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defence. Of course you are. Damn. Is this it? Is it really over? That girl has made a fool of me and there's nothing I can do about it. Huh. Without evidence, the trial is over? Who decided that? Mr. Armando. Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony. Testimony? On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fall's stolen car, and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right? Yeah, that's right. In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who is the one person who can testify to that demon woman's crimes? Obviously... Oh god, Diego! No, Terry. Terry! Oh god, why? Whatever. Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a witness. A new witness? Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls. The defendant? There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister, Dahlia, disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all, and that person is... Terry Falls. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this? Let them. Why not? The prosecution has no objection. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand. Do-do-do. This is my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left. Is he gonna pull a Phoenix and do anything to defend her? Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes? I don't believe it, no way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me. Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive. And you were used. For $2 million. That's not true. Mr. Falls, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne, or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago she promised. She promised never, ever betray each other. Terry. Dahlia. It's true. Oh god. You are alive. You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad. Tell the truth. The real truth. I believed in you. I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there is one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry. Oh no. He is gonna pull a Phoenix. Dahlia. He's gonna do anything to protect her. Shit. I will allow Mr. Fowles to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness. I'm sorry. I apologize. Water. Please. Water. Can't talk. Need water. Oh well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Dark and bitterer than hell itself. Much better. Terry feel good. So it's the way he talks. Who Terry Falls saw. That day, 4 PM, I stopped the car, I was in front of Bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on Bridge. I watched my car from Bridge. I never put nobody in that car. Finally, one woman came, she stood in front of me. We talked, then she left. That was Valerie. Not my Dahlia. So, Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you? What? That's enough, Miss Faye. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial. Well then, Miss Faye, please proceed with your cross-examination. Is this how you want it to end, Miss Falls? Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence? There's only one person who can stop it. You, kitten. I think. Way to put faith in me, Diego! Thanks! She wasn't there, Actually, hang on, this doesn't work. No, like, he says she wasn't there first, but if you look at the... essentially the order, whoever arrived first would stand close to the, like, hole in the bridge, right? And that's where they stood. So I would say, yeah. He's got it, he arrived last. Wait, where'd the body go then? Because we've been saying that she hid the body in the car all along, but if she arrived first, there was nobody to plant in a car unless he knew and helped. I'm not entirely sure. He did say he will do anything Dahlia says. So, I'm gonna go with it. I got it right, I guess. So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge. You're sure of that? Yeah, I'm sure. You're sure, huh? Well then I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying. Oh dear. Oh? I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Faye. You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right? But that's the victim at the end of the bridge. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. I'm still very confused about where the hell the body was. Blah. Mr. Falls, please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth. I got there around 4 o'clock. It's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place. Did you go to this special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah, it's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. That's when the body went into the car. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love. A memento? 5 years ago, I hid it under base of tree there. Oh god, it's that same fucking locket. This is a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I went to get. This little bottle on your necklace is a memento. It's quite charming, but it looks empty. Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. But he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. I was about to say, wait, no, he said 15, but no, 15 to walk there, 15 to walk back. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car. No! Indeed, there certainly was enough time for it. I've still got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Oh god. Huh? Mr. Falls? Oh, Jesus! What's happened? That's enough, please. Witness? I promised her 5 years ago. If it ever happens that we can't trust each other no more, then we're supposed to drink bottle. No, stop the trial. Your Honor, we need a recess. I was stupid, couldn't keep promise. So I did it. I drank this. No, we are so close, just a little more. I was going to prove your innocence. No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again. Mr. Falls. Mr. Armando. Thanks for the coffee. Oh no. Mr. Falls. What? Oh god. Holy shit. This took a real serious turn. My god. He killed himself. Wow. And so my first trial ended suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners, only losers. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul I thought it'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. Wow. But one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face. Oh, don't pop up with her demon face again, please. Pretty please? Okay, good. Unforgivable. That witch. Mr. Armando. We were so close to the truth, it was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kitten. It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself. Don't cry, kitten. You're going to make my coffee all salty. I knew it. I knew it. I wasn't cut out for this. Mia. Oh! I mean, this definitely gives away who he is. Considering it's called Godot's theme. I mean, it's fairly obvious when you see him. He looks the same. He wears the same shit too. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet. The fuck? Really? The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. Mr. Armando, your hand. Oh god. No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time, and you file them away and eventually forget them. Is that the end of that? 1 year later in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case. Oh yeah, I was about to say, like, who? Yeah, Phoenix. Jesus. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was... guilty. Guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect, angelic smile on her face. Bitch. Ah, she's just like the perfect villain. Ba-da-doo! It was finally all over. At least that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all this. Huh? Oh my god, that was the end of it. Oh, very nice. So I'm really curious, when do we find out what happened to Godot to make him who he is? Probably this trial. That case. This one is a doozy. Like, I have it listed in terms of sections of what it's broken down into. There are 2 investigations, 2 trials, 2 investigations, 3 trials. It's, oh god, I don't know, I'm trying to think how long Rise from the Ashes was. That was one hell of a lengthy trial as well. It took 8 hours. I don't think this one will be that bad, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, it's probably going to be a good, I don't know. If I tried to do each section in each session, so like, do the investigations next session, then the trials, then the investigations, that's still 4 sessions. Which is about like 4.5 hours if it was only an hour and a half per section, but it's probably like 2 to 3 hours per section, so there's a lot left. Oh, I love this game. I can definitely see why Trials and Tribulations is regarded as the best in the trilogy, because it really is incredible. It's definitely got a more mature, more serious and darker story. I mean, for starters, we've just finished a trial where someone killed themselves. Obviously it wasn't that brutal, but it's still pretty bad when you just saw his corpse just all over the witness stand. Ugh. Either way, that is going to be the end of this session. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you have enjoyed, and until next time, take care.